Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off because the iPhone don't got a jet mode.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Houston Texans. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Where's the tap? 19. Right there in the middle. 55. Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now it's Watson, the bootleg, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Bud Dupree in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball in the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Forced out to his left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28.
The sack on first down took him out of a traditional running play and put him in a passing situation, but didn't stop him from running anyway, did it?
No, I was surprised when he took off. I thought, oh, he's got some space. He might pick up 5, 6, 7 yards. He goes all the way and picks up the first. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Watson. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike, 55.
From the gun, here's Watson.
Oh, yeah. And here we go.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kiki QT, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Come on.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
2 plays so far, run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Now it's Rudolph. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Let's get in that hole. Hatchet. Hatchet.
Get it.
On 1st down, it's Bailey. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple.
Ready.
They'll try the left side. It's Bailey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
You got tight right there. Fofo's and Mike. Mike's Fofo.
Let's go. Hit it.
They'll run on 1st down. Bailey. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh 1st.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Ready up.
Mike, 55. Check.
Topper. Topper.
D, we're pretty quiet. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hey, Charlie. Look at me. Zipper.
Mike, 5-5. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
5.
From the 50, it's Rudolph. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On second down, it's Bailey, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Hey, tight.
Yes.
Hey, check Mike.
Throwing on third down, here's Rudolph. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
SOS.
22-jet bomber.
Let's go, D. Let's go. 44. Mike, 44.
On first down, Porter. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
X3, 218, chopper.
At the Texans' 29-yard line.
Bobo's to Mike. Mike's Bobo. Check the outs. Sponge.
Let go.
On second and 9, Rudolph. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
15 line. Recon, 132 fighter.
He's crashing.
Let's go.
On first and 10, Rudolph. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. That time, and that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Eat. Let's go. Joker.
Blue draw corkers.
Back to throw, Rudolph.
It's our time.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. James Washington, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point put through by Boswell, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one.
And that's caught inside the 35. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup, 47 yards.
That's good for a Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A shotgun snap for Watson. Able to get away. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
Mike, 55. Check, 54. 24.
Here's Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
But no Texas start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Kill. 59. Kill.
From the 50, it's Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. And they'll run for it with Miller. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. Lamar Miller stops short of the sticks. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Bailey. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
6 man.
General West.
Curls, check curls. Check.
Now.
Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield.
Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Set, ready? 8, read.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Ready?
Rudolph on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
On the ready.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43.
Tight, watch left. Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. Check 99. Check 55 to Mike.
Hit it.
55 to Mike.
Now a give right side. It's Porter. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Ready.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check.
Greystone travel.
Mike 55. Hey,
5.
Now Rudolph. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 25-yard line.
I'm coming. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Check.
Check 3.
6-6. Bullet high.
Check 13.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
I'm coming after you. Shift. Watch the shift. Check 43.
Topper.
Hey, check Mike.
Buzz.
39. I don't even know why this team showed up. Hey, check.
Yo. Go.
39.
Man, I got you.
Shoot.
Rudolph now to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, exit.
Hey, check Mike 39.
It's just me and you.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Check Mike 39.
Let's go.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Hey, echo. Protein spill. Go.
Check Mike 39.
Let's go one more.
Hey, check Mike 39.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rudolph got an open man. It's Washington. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Know your job. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Here we go.
Rudolph throwing again. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. 60 or 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Check go.
Again, it's Rudolph. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell for the extra point. and he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
The score, Steelers 14, Texans 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Keep playing hard.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Inside of a minute left and a half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that will...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike. All day, baby.
Hey, 59.
Kill.
Watson now to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Taking it about the 16.
Let's go, fellas.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
I got him.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Down.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Wide, get wide.
You draw quarters.
check Mike. Watch 55.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Out. Pilot, 64, weak.
Watch twist.
Get it.
Rudolph. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
As this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
61, matchbox lights.
Rudolph just does beat the play clock. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
15 Lonnie.
Check three.
Greystone travels.
On first down, Porter. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Hey, high 7. Hey!
Mike 55. Hey, eat. You ain't going nowhere.
Mike 55.
6'6", pull it high.
Let's get some pass.
5.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Porter, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Topper! Go!
Mike 52.
On third down, Porter. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning.
And got his man complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A good pickup there, 22. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Single. 36.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
It's just me and you. Mike 27.
Throwing again is Watson. Screenplay, Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now at 16-10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Safe.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hey, Foxtrot.
Foes and Mike.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rudolph. And he's got his man on the out route.
Complete to Juju Smith-Schuster. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
You better be ready. Don't be scared. Go.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
44. Mike, 44. Check. Deuce.
Yep.
On three. Motion.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Break.
Mike's both forward. 3 buzz.
Blue draw Corcoran.
Check 49.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rudolph. Complete to Washington. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Let's bring it. Watch out.
Deep grip.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Porter. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
General West. Get it.
On 2nd down now, it's Bailey. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage. But It's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive.
61, matchbox lights.
Watch the slats. Watch the slat. Check, 55. Check, 55.
On first down, Bailey. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
I'm going to hit you all
Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Steelers on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Check. Fresno. Look at me. Zipper. 44, 42.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. He finds his man Johnson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And the former Rice Al Boswell puts this one through in his return to Houston. And that will make this a 9-point lead. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win. Because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Check him. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the 31, Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And he goes out right around the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now it's Watson. Steps away to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Third and long, it's Watson. He's going to sling this deep downfield and unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Check 24, check 24.
They'll run on first down. It's Bailey, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Shoot, shoot, shoot. Check, 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 check.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. 80 weapons.
And a give this time to the tailback. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
I got you.
6-6, bullet high.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
They'll keep it on the ground. Porter. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Steelers 26, Texans 10.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Decent start there to the drive. Big hill to climb, needing 2 touchdowns, also a 2 two-point conversion.
So, partner, how do you eat an elephant?
I'm coming.
I don't eat an elephant. Who eats elephant?
Well, if you do it one bite at a time. Okay. That's the way they've got to play this, one play at a time. Yes, there's urgency, but they have to be careful as well.
Let's go with like a 50-ounce ribeye. One bite at a time.
All right, I'm with you.
Watson now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. And an alley to run. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Dumps it complete to Miller. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson buying time to his left. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Watson. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
At the Texans' 31-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crash into line here.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
They run the counter. It's Bailey, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Pittsburgh, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.